Blacks and Latinos continue to receive a smaller share of vaccinations despite bearing the brunt of the pandemic. Churches are stepping in to close the racial gap.
When looking at the sites that were connected with access to this vaccine, we didn't see many churches of our color within our neighborhoods that were able to connect with those resources. And so what we did was our church connected and partnered with about 13 different churches around this area to come together and say to the governor and to the government and to the community that we want to make sure that our communities are serviced.
This is a pre-COVID service. Black Floridians make up about 6% of those inoculated, from around 4 million who have already received at least one shot, according to Florida's Department of Health. The Greater New Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church is located in the heart of Miami, in a community called Brownsville. African Americans and Latinos live here. It's a tiny melting pot.
Yeah, they say we'll be until 5:30.
Throughout the morning, church members and their families trickled in to get vaccinated.
This pandemic is no joke, and there's no waiting, no line, so it was the perfect time to come get it over with. My mom is a member of this church, but right now she's very sick, very ill, and I have to take care of her, so this was the perfect time to come and do this and get it over with so I could pay more attention to her.
Jacqueline Lanier works with Miami-Dade Public Schools.
I have a friend that attends this church, and she said today they were starting giving shots, so I drove right over. It's very important, and I have an 83-year-old mom that I take care of as well, so she got it, so I decided I needed it.
Harvey is a counter attendant with one of the largest airlines in Miami.
Lots of my coworkers have contracted the COVID-19. I've seen a couple of them die, so really didn't want to be in that situation. So I've just figured get it while I can, and then that way I could be protected.
But participation was visibly low.
If you know anybody, tell them.
The recently vaccinated started calling their friends to come in. We asked Pastor Jackson, why such a low turnout?
I believe that both for the African American and the Latino communities, there have been great suspicion with certain medical practices and governmental decisions that has caused us to really kind of take it slow on stepping out and taking certain precautionary measures. And so as a result, I believe that education is needed to be able to say, this is what it is, this is what it would do, and this is the rate of success in which we're expecting.
8 kilometers northwest, we found a similar scenario. St. John the Apostle, a Catholic church, also hosted a vaccination day. In this Latino enclave in the city of Hialeah, not that many showed up to get immunized, even though Latinos are among the most at risk for COVID-19 infection, hospitalization, and death in the U.S.
Es importante porque somos una parroquia sencilla, bastante humilde, en un área de muchos emigrantes, muchas personas mayores de edad.
Father Perez and others kept reminding their community of Vaccination Day, and a few, like Juana Martinez, listened.
Se estaba esperando que la reacción de la demás gente y me aguanté. Hasta ahora ya sí me decidí a ponérmela. Y el padrecito me dijo también que me la viniera a poner. Él me ayudó también el domingo que estuve en misa. Y él fue el que me dijo que estaban poniendo la vacuna aquí.
Access and education continue to be a challenge for those hoping to reach minority groups. Many members of the Black and Latino communities say it's hard to trust a system that has let them down so many times.